I'm here with two friends of mine, Peter Lemputti and Sam Burchell from WinPoint Partners out of Chicago. WinPoint, uh, Peter is a principal and Sam's a vice president at WinPoint, but these two were instrumental in WinPoint buying Sigma, and it was finalized on March 28th, 2025. So WinPoint is our new owners, new, I should say, and new partners. And so far, it has been a love fest for 8 months, 7.5 to 8 months. So far, so good. So without further ado, I would like to ask both Peter and Sam to give us a little background on, because a lot of people don't know who WinPoint Partners is, and now you're in the water space, and I think a little
Sure.
background on WinPoint would be great.
Sure. No, thanks for asking the question. Thanks for hosting us here. So WinPoint has a kind of similar timeline in history to Sigma, frankly. We just celebrated our 40th anniversary as a firm
Wow,
last year, just like
just
I
like us.
believe Sigma did. And we do have a background in kind of a family orientation with the businesses that we partnered with. If you go all the way back to the origins of the firm, it was originally associated with the S.C. Johnson family in Racine, Wisconsin.
Well,
So there's a modest lighthouse on Lake Michigan called Wind Point, so that's where our name
came
comes
from.
from. So we're investing out of our 10th fund right now. So that's the fund that Sigma sits in. And we're looking to partner with great businesses that would benefit from additional capital, additional resources to help spur more growth. And we're inherently growth investors. So whether that's through acquisitions, greenfields, extra personnel within the company, um, we are anxious to put more ambitious plans to action. And Sigma was a great candidate for that.
We had a number of private equity firms and a couple of strategics. What had a look at us during the process. You guys stood out. What attracted you to Sigma in the first place, and uh, prompted you to get the deal done?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that are exciting about Sigma in the space that it plays in. So we have some existing experience with water related assets, either on the services or the manufacturing side. And we got introduced to Sigma in a roundabout way through another platform of ours that produces water treated chemicals. And through connections there is how we got introduced to you guys in mid 2024. Um, but what really got us excited to dive in deeper and spend more time with you was um, uh, our executive advisors' experiences in the space, one, and then two, just the underlying fundamentals for the end uses of your products, right? So there's the whole aging infrastructure theme is something that we're intimately familiar with several of our other portfolio companies, and we're believers in it, right? That need isn't going away. Bankers love to toss around the term mission critical and apply it to every deal that they're trying to sell. Getting people clean drinking water is about as critical as things can get, right? So all of that is real. The infrastructure needs further investment, and Sigma has a great reputation for service. From all the channel checks we did, from meeting you, and our partnerships with Frank and others that were able to help us really get up the curve quickly to understand the business in more detail.
That's great. You want to add anything, Sam?
No, I think Peter does a good job of laying it
Yeah.
out. I think his specific point on service. I mean, it's been an awesome ride, even just 8 months in, getting to not only know the executive team, but multiple layers down into the organization. The reality is the customer comes first. We're going to do right by our customers, and that's going to be the way that we win. Clearly rings true throughout the organization, and something I think we identified early on, and it's certainly played out as expected. So it's exciting to be here.
What differentiates you from, all the other private equity firms, not only in Chicago but across the country?
Sure. So, we are not investors that have operated businesses directly ourselves, right? We
Right.
partner with the incumbent management teams and executive partners who help us when we're reviewing new deals, serving on our boards, helping source new platform opportunities. Um, it might seem nuanced, but one way that we differentiate is our unique executive advisor partner model, EAP as we call it, or EAP model. So we don't have employed operating partners. If you went on our website, you wouldn't see folks like that listed there. Rather, we have executives who will invest in our funds with us, but then will help source new deals or dive into diligence with us and directly co-invest with us into those platforms. Oftentimes they're former CEOs of businesses that we've owned in the past. So in most instances, we are backing strong incumbent teams. We're never going to cost cut our way to the promised land. We've never had a successful outcome doing just that, right? We're looking for opportunities where we can do greenfields, acquire other businesses to help the acquired business and the platform, right? Add more resources to the commercial team if that's something that was underinvested in before, right? We're looking for ways to support the space that they're serving. And that kind of brings it back to water and waterworks infrastructure. For us, it led with that. Who are kind of the companies in that space with the best reputations?
Yeah.
And that's a part what led us to Sigma, right? And so we see opportunities to, further, invest behind the organic stuff you have going on, right? How can you be quicker to serve your customers? Are there acquisitions that can bolster our product portfolio?
What has stood out for you with WinPoint?
I think the biggest thing is, it gets back to some of what Peter was saying in terms of setting clear expectations, with that incumbent management team and executive advisor group early on how are we going to define success, acknowledging that it's not always a linear path to get there. There can be ups and downs, but so long as we, clearly state what we're all rowing in the same direction for, and then just doing what you say, and carrying that reputation of we're not just going to talk the talk, we're going to walk the walk. I think it goes a long way.
We'll kind of wrap it up, but you can now get a little taste of WinPoint Partners. We think that they're different. We think that they're as good as it gets in the private equity space. We're proud to be their partners, and we're going to make them very proud over the next several years. So thank you, Sam. Thank you, Peter, and the best is yet to come.